When I first heard about that, I was really pleasantly surprised. So yeah, I'm really thankful to be and honored to be on the list together with really amazing people in the Southeast Asia market. One of the staff working in Forbes and previously she interviewed me a couple of years ago. And yeah, so she told me that she was the one who nominated. So yeah, I'm really thankful for that. I think I've always liked to make a difference in someone's life. So I think for me, if I would not be in Bonito Chico or Love Bonito, I would, I think, be in a position where I would interact a lot with people, be it teaching or, I don't know, counseling or a speaker. Yeah, so it'll be something to do with people, definitely. Within the business industry, there's so many, but if I can name one, it's Dr. Georgia Lee. I think she has really helped me from the very beginning of the business, and she has really mentored me and given me really good advice. And she's also someone who really cares for you as a person. So I think along the way, I'm really thankful for her, because being someone so young in the industry and in the business world, it's really hard sometimes, and you just need an extra support and encouragement from someone who has been there, done that it's gonna be okay, you just need to push through. And I'm really thankful for her and her guidance throughout my journey. I think recently, right, I've been speaking to quite a bit of young women, and I mean, they've been opening up to me, and what I remember most is that every one of us was struggling, and everyone goes through a difficult time, and every one of us, we have personal, obstacles to overcome, and we're not alone. That's the thing. And sometimes these young women, they just need an extra help, an extra someone to believe in them, to help them. So that's why I feel like, I've been there, and I am still struggling, sometimes in different areas as well. But I really want to be there for these young women to just help and guide them through, to just let them know that they're not alone, and to let them know that we can overcome. It's all in our mental strength, our tenacity, and just really how much we want to overcome. I think the lowest moment of my career was, I think, just early last year, where I kind of felt like I hit a roadblock in my business, and I started to question myself and my purpose and Love Bonito's purpose, and why am I here for? Why am I doing this? Because if it's really for the money, I would rather be doing something else like sales. Because honestly, you won't see the money in the short term, and hopefully in the long term you will. But in the meantime, it's just working, and just working your ass off, and it really made me question myself. And for a period of time, the only reason that got me out of bed to work was my staff. It was knowing that I'm responsible for them and their livelihood and their rice bowls, and so that was the only thing that kept me going. Okay, there was this customer who wrote in to me one day over email, and she said, hey Rach, can I just drop by and share a story with you? So I was like, yeah, okay. Emma, she said share a story on how Love Bonito has touched my life, and I was like, yeah, sure, okay. So it was during one of my dullest times, in my career, and so I invited her down. And when she came in, she was this young woman in her mid-20s, and you could tell that visibly she has gone through major surgeries, because the left side of her body is not as mobile as the right, and also she was really walking and talking really slowly, and you could tell that she had recently shaved her head because her hair was just growing out. And as I sat her down, she told me that she had to recently, for the past 6 months, go through major surgeries after surgeries after surgeries, because there was something on the nerve of her brain that was sitting on it that had required emergency operation. And because of all of that, she lost so much weight because of the medication. She became gaunt. She had to shave her head. And as women, our hair is our crown of glory, and to lose it is really stripping off our confidence from us. So, but she told me that every day throughout her recovery period, she chooses to put on a piece of Love Bonito clothing just so that she would feel a little bit better about herself and a little bit more confident of herself. And that really brought me to tears, because it really reminded me of what Love Bonito believes in and what we stand for. Love Bonito is here to empower women's confidence through style. And I think along the years, we have really touched numerous women's lives, and that really gave me the push that I needed to keep going. That really gave me the focus that I needed And yeah, I think there's been no looking back since, and I'm really thankful for that. Funnily, I like to read. I think reading really helps me like just take my worries off momentarily and just like read and spend time with my family, my friends, the people I love, because they really recharge me. So they really help me relax and just rejuvenate before the next push again. Yeah, so reading and spending time with my loved ones. The Most Excellent Way to Lead by Perry Noble, and apparently it's based on 1 Corinthians chapter 13 about love is patient, love is kind, everything about love, and I just learned that whole verse, the whole chapter about love was written for leaders, and I never knew that. I thought it was like for men and women, for couples, but I was recently enlightened that it was written for leaders and basically how leaders should lead, and that really blew my mind. And so yeah, that's one book that I'm really reading now that is really helping in my leadership. I think like for me, as a leader, I spend a lot of time talking to my fellow leaders, my staff, and just to find out about their personal goals, their personal dreams, their personal struggles, and how I can help them. I also very much believe in sharing a part of me with them, being vulnerable with them, and also letting them know that I'm learning and growing with them. And so I always like share my personal obstacles from the past, how I've overcome, how I've managed to overcome, and how I am still trying to overcome some obstacles now. And I think that really helps them to see that, hey, I'm not alone and I can do it too. And so for me, I really believe in investing in them as a person who God made them be, who God made them to be. And they're not just here, I tell them all the time that they're not just here, to just meet KPIs and fulfill job scopes. They're essentially lives that I wanna bring the best out of them, bring out their fullest potential, so that hopefully they can discover a little bit more about themselves and just fulfill their destiny. I think what I'd like to do is to really bring my whole family for a good long trip to somewhere that we can enjoy, like South Africa, because my elder brother is a missionary, my younger brother is studying law in the UK, and we've been apart for a long time, and I know that we really miss each other, my mom and my brothers and myself. And so yeah, if there's really one thing I would like to do is to just bring us all together and go for a good long trip for that quality time together. I am still on a long journey of learning, and I'm still trying to learn and grow every day myself. And if there's one thing that one advice I could give is just to never stop growing and learning and pushing our boundaries. I think our life is a whole journey of learning, and we never really reach a destination because it just keeps getting further and further. And I think the best thing we can do for ourselves is to continually learn, to grow and improve, so that we can be better for ourselves and the people around us.